Welcome back to Stranded Deep with Platinum X here, and this is for a shelter. So in the last episode, I basically in hard mode got us started and got us, the water still, showed us how to get that and, get some food so that we're not dying. Of course, you can see though, I have not had time to completely, to replenish it up to full so I can heal. In order for your health to heal, your food and water does have to be full, and or maybe just the food. I don't know exactly, but anyway, that's why I haven't healed yet, because I've had time to, replenish everything. Because what I forgot in the last episode to kind of show you before ending that episode was the next most important thing next to water and food is shelter. So what we're going to do now is I've already cut down another tree. So you can see the frond there. I've got 4 fronds. Each palm tree, once you cut up the frond, the top of the bush, or the top of the tree, it breaks into 5 fronds. It takes 4 of them to craft a shelter. We also need a lashing and 3 sticks. So the other thing is, looking at the tutorial, it's kind of, the tutorial wants you to create a pile of sticks or rocks. Well, it takes 20, so I wasn't able to create that pile until I had 20 sticks in my inventory. So then you hold R to open up this quick menu, and the pile has disappeared, which means for some reason, or maybe I gotta put the sticks 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, okay. Just gotta put one up in my hand, I guess. I got too much in my inventory. Now, let's go ahead and just drop the axe here for a second. Alright, so now I got a stick in my inventory, hold R1, and then you see that blue icon, stick pile. So now we can create that pile of sticks and just throw it right over here. Alright, so we got that part of the, that's funny how all those sticks are still in my inventory, but I think, okay, so it created basically a container. So L1, there's 2 sticks there. Now we can, so how the fuck, L1 to open. Alright, so if you go to the bag here, that will open up your inventory. Now you can start just putting all these sticks into this pile. Alright, I see how it works now. Alright, so now we got a pile of sticks over here. Pick my axe back up. Alright, there's the lashing I needed. I already crafted it. And so again, the shelter, I've got the lashing, I got the 4 fronds in my inventory, and I got 3 sticks. So hit X to craft, and now we can kind of put it wherever we want. You see how it's red means you cannot place it, white means you can place it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my shelter in this little nook here. I normally like, what I normally like to do when I go to, you see another island out there? Once I travel around to other islands, especially on a playthrough where, in order to get the platinum trophy, I'm not going to be using a compass. Normally, you see how it's kind of like, I'll point it. Once I get to that island over there, what I'll do is when I place my shelter, I'll point it toward this island. That way I don't lose, it kind of creates my own little compass. So I can always, no matter what island I'm on, I can always look for my shelter and see where it's pointing to see my way back to the island of origin. And that's just so I don't get lost. But on this island of origin, though, we don't need to worry about that, so I'm going to go ahead and stick my shelter right here. Now, Now that we've got our shelter, we can sleep. Sleep is important, but we also need food and we need water. I think I've got a coconut in my inventory. Or no, I left it on the ground over here. Now while you need rest, and you'll get a little message pop up that says you need rest. You cannot sprint or run. I'm not really worried about that at the moment, but I do need this food. All right. So again, coconuts can sustain you temporarily. You just can't, again, drink too much at one time or eat too much at one time from coconuts. So now that I've got food and water, we can go ahead and rest. All right. Well, it depleted our food while we were asleep, so we need to get some more food going really quick. And we can go ahead and do that right here. Yeah, sometimes these things are a little annoying. Hey, come here. All right, now when you're hunting things, of course, you just saw our hunting skill. So that's any kind of wildlife that you, crabs, fish, sharks. Once you get to other islands, there will be other all right, I just woke up, so I can go ahead and eat that. Now we're not starving. Some water. All right, so our campfire kind of extinguished. I didn't put it out, and we can go ahead and get some more sticks here to replenish that. Hold the refill. Pick up kindling and hold the light. Have to skin these. Now the cool thing about the tool belt is it does not take up inventory slots once you have a belt to put your tools in, and then you will be able to hotkey, like using the D-pad to switch between items in your tool belt. But it does take leather to make those, and we do not have that yet. Hopefully very shortly. All right, so we've got some food going. Need to get some more water going. Hopefully I can go ahead and get a shark. Sharks are where you get the leather, or it's, you have to take the raw hide to create the leather, and it takes another like little station. There's stations that you create for different types of crafting material. So it's not exactly that simple as killing a shark, but it starts with killing a shark or a boar. On some of the other islands, you'll come across boar. Alright, so wait till that says cooked meat. And I need to get some more fronds. Now when you're cutting down, cooking just went up. When you're cutting down these trees, see how this is all up in the bush? It's better to jump up into the bush. It's going to fall in the direction that you cut it. So it's best to make sure that it falls out away from the bush, because it is possible to lose materials inside these terrain, bushes, whatever. When you get to other islands, there'll be like mountains. Alright, we're gonna leave that coconut there. What I need right here are these fronds. Again, make sure you don't use up all of your fronds. Fronds are used for other things than just making water. The fibrous leaves are also for making water, and those are replenishable. These fronds are not replenishable. So that's why I say it's a good idea to not use all of your fronds up for water. Alright, I believe this was finished. Now, you gotta make sure not to keep eating, because that's raw meat. We don't want to get sick by eating raw meat, so we got to make sure we cook it first. But you saw how it just automatically popped the next meat in the inventory into my hand. Alright, let's go ahead and put these sticks away. Again, click on the bag to go to your inventory, and then transfer all these sticks to the pile. Alright, so we're looking to, oh shit, water. I believe I had another coconut here. Oh, I left it on the ground over here. Again, as long as you're not drinking or eating coconut too close together, you should be fine. So now we had some water, we got some food. Alright, so let's look to see what's next in. Again, I need to create a loom. Actually, I could use the other cloth to go ahead and make the meat smoker, because the loom really doesn't take as much as I thought it was going to make, and that's for making cloth. You'll use those fibrous leaves to make cloth with. Plank stations for making boards. You can make rafts out of even sticks though, so we really don't need that plank station. Furnace is for the clay. In the previous episode I did point out a clay node in the water. Clay is always on the east side, and clay is just a material for building. Not required. You do not have to use clay ever, but it is a very useful resource. You can make clay flasks to hold water, and you can make clay buildings, and so I always do harvest the clay. So we still need to get our crafting up further to unlock more items. But right now the next thing we need to focus on, honestly, is, and I pointed this out in the first episode when I noticed this island does have, if you're lucky, your starting island will have stone nodes for more stone, because stone is a very limited resource. On each island there are only so many stones scattered around the island, and then there are only so many stone nodes on those islands. Not every island has a stone node, and by a stone node I mean you use a pick, which we do not have it unlocked. There it is right there, the stone pick, to mine the clay and the stone nodes. Each node drops like 6 additional stones or clay. So again, stones are a very limited resource that does not replenish. So it's very important to learn the tricks to maintaining your stone resources. Again, in the previous episode I did show where you want to, when you craft a stone tool, use that tool until it's almost destroyed, not completely destroyed. Then use that to craft your other items. Now, once you get going, once you move on off of your starting island, you won't really want to mess with the stone tools anymore, because you'll have enough resources at that time not to worry about it. But on this starting island, you want to make sure you get every strike you can out of your stone tools and materials until you are able to get that pick to harvest more stone, or move on to other islands where you can then loot more stones. Water. All right, surely that meat was done. Cooked meat. I prefer to focus on medium size meat. The small meats it really doesn't give you much. It only gives you like 1 square of food. Alright, cooked meat. See, it only gave me like 1 square of food. So I'm waiting all this time for the cooked meat. So those archer fish are a good source of medium meat. But I need to wait till daylight before getting into the water, because again, I do not want to get poisoned. I did not just let my axe get destroyed. Oh, son of a bitch. Not cool. Well, we should be alright. The axes are going to deplete. There is a trick, though, to not lose your... It's not a stone axe, but a refined axe. Once you can make refined axes, I believe it's a refined axe that's necessary for like a planking table. And then once you get your crafting up high enough to where you can recover most of the materials used to make it, then when you destroy it, again, you'll have to get your crafting up high enough to where you get most of the materials necessary to make it back. Once you destroy it, it replenishes the durability of your refined axe, so that you never run out of or have to make another one. I mean, you make several of them. You'll make like 4 of them, and then always have one for your table, so that you're always just replenishing the durability. Anyway, it's just a trick for later. Not really necessary to get a platinum trophy, though, that is for certain. There is plenty of resources across all the islands to not have to worry about, tricks like that, just to get the platinum. But I mean, if you're just kind of into this type of thing and want to do a long, sustainable, sustaining your resources long term, then that is, one of the tricks to do that. I do have some coconut. No, I don't have coconut left. Actually, I think there is a coconut that I did not split. Yes, right there. Now let me check my knife. I do not want to lose my knife, because again, this is what I need to skin meat. All right, so we're looking good. I'm gonna go find some crab. Oop, there's another coconut. But again, you gotta be careful not to eat too much coconut too quick. Go find some crabs so we can get our food. I mean, I kind of need to get my health up completely before I go messing around with a shark. All right, crabs, where are you? Now I have not yet, because I've been staying out of the water, I have not yet began to explore what is in the water around the island. Around the island there will be several like sunken treasure type areas. Areas that I'll show you. If you look out on the water, you'll see some bubbling in the water, and that usually means there's something below. It could be a ship, it could be a chest, you know. If it's a ship, there could be several chests on any ship. So we'll just have to wait and find out what we can find out there. But we want to wait till daylight. Alright, so you can see now, but again, look at my health. I gotta get my food and water full to get my health back up, you know, where it's healing. I think it's okay if I go ahead and eat that. Alright, looking good. We still have... Alright. Alright, we're looking good. Now I ate the coconut. I did not drink, so we can go ahead and use this coconut here to drink some coconut. And then that one I'm going to save for another flask. I don't need any more coconut right now. And if I don't have anything cooking, I need to go and extinguish that fire. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and make some more. Actually, let's see, what can we make here to get our crafting up higher. Okay, there's one thing right there. Well, that takes stones. I don't want to use up those stones just yet until I make the pick. You can make a fishing rod, but I don't really ever mess with fishing rods. I just jump in the water and spear them. I need to make another axe, which means I need to make another stone tool. Alright, so there's the stone pile. So you don't have to have 20. Make another one of those. Alright, so now I've got 2 tools again. But before I make another axe, I want to go ahead and use these stone tools as much as I can. Because again, I need to, on this first island, I need to make sure and conserve as much stone as I can to make that pick. I don't want to keep making spears. Spears is something you can just keep making because it only takes one stick. I could go ahead and make a hammer. That's for building like your raft. Takes 2 stones, but nope, I don't want to do that. See, that's where I screwed up. I should not have let my stone axe get destroyed, because then I can make a refined axe, but that takes something we can't make yet. Hoe is for farming. I could go ahead and make my hoe. I do not recommend bows because an arrow takes a stone tool, and that's just one arrow. So again, as I was saying earlier, stone is a very limited resource. There's only so much of it. So each arrow requiring a stone tool is not a good idea to use. I mean, you might be able to replenish some of your arrows, but then again, a lot of times they're going to break or you're not going to be able to recover them. There is a spear gun that only shoots, like it only takes a stick to make the ammo for the spear gun. It doesn't take a stick and a stone. So it's better just to wait and use that, not a bow. Well, I suppose in order to make rafts, buildings requires a hammer, rafts, yeah, it's going to require a hammer. So I'm going to have to make a hammer before I can make any of this stuff. How many stones do we have left? 4 stones. Let's go ahead and make some spears, because there's plenty of sticks on the island. Working with my hands. Craft 20 tools. All right, let's check our progress here. Again, I believe crafting is the 3rd one, so we're at 4 bars. And these spears really aren't doing much. I believe it's hunting, cooking, that's harvesting. And then it might be that last one. Doesn't really look like these spears are doing anything for us. So it looks like I'm gonna have to make a hammer in order to get my crafting up more. All right, check the durability. All right, I think at this point I'm going to go ahead and end this episode because it's going on way too long, when really it was just about making a shelter. Alright, so kind of get the gist of it. There's another crab. Get over here. There we go. Alright. Once the sun comes up, I'll jump back in the water and look for them archer fish so I can get some medium meat cooking. Because trying to replenish your food with small meats is kind of a pain in the butt. And don't forget to replenish your fire. I think water we're good. It's really the food now. Yeah, my water's almost full. I only got one square empty. It's really the food, which, like I said, once I start cooking medium meat, then we'll be able to get our food up there at a good level. I don't think the sun is high enough yet to, which we can get rid of. We can drop some of these spears. Well, actually, kind of about to go hunting for a shark. These should be replenishing within the next day. Ooh, is that the third one? Alright, there's the third one. See how the third one is kind of eaten by the terrain of the island? Sometimes that happens to where I'm not sure we'll be able to really get more than a couple of these leaves. Alright, there's the first meat. You notice how the cooked and the uncooked was in the same pile. So again, you have to be real careful when it comes to meat, that you're only eating what is cooked. Alright, I think we're good to get in the water now and find some of the, oh, that's that poison right there. Find some of those archer fish. There's archer fish right there. Physical is when you're swimming, you'll increase your physical. There's another archer. Oh, I'm drowning. Now you hear that? No, okay. That is not the... When there's a shark in the area, there is a music that plays. Alright, there's our other meat finished. Alright, let's go back and get these cooking. Now that we've got some medium meat, we should be able to get our food up a lot better. Now I'm only going to skin these one at a time simply because that way I do not wind up eating the wrong meat. That way it doesn't, get all mixed up in the inventory. Yeah, once you cook medium meat, that will get your food up a whole lot better. Here, we can go ahead and eat that coconut. Yeah, now we're looking real good. So again, our health is still shit. Like, I really do not want to get in the water messing with a shark with my health that low. Alright, now that is going to be that, and I can get one more hit out of it, and then that is done for, that tool is done. Now I've got 32 left on my knife. I could go ahead and get a few more hits with my knife. Alright, now my knife is at 10%. I really don't want to use my knife anymore. And, where'd that coconut? Oh, that coconut's still right there. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put that knife away. I've got another tool over here on the ground. Again, trying to maximize the stone consumption here. That way I can make sure I can make a pick to get more stone, which I might already be kind of screwed. Have you ever seen so many seagulls? Find yourself surrounded by a flock of seagulls. They just flew by. That unlocked that trophy. I thought this went off. It's not cooked. Thought I heard the bell. Thought I heard the dinner bell. Alright, now you can see this stuff is starting to replenish because it is now the third day. Now there should be another stone tool over here. There it is right there. Alright, so I've got 2 stone tools. Crude axe, I need a lashing. Need a stick. Again, you don't have to have it in your inventory, you just have to have it in the in your view here. Alright, so now we've got another axe. We're back in business. And still not sure. I think it is the third one as far as the crafting, but that really did not go up much making that axe. And I still have 3 whole bars, so I'm gonna have to figure out what to make here. Now actually it shows that I'm healthy. So if you look, it does look like my health is replenishing. So my food and water do not have to be completely full. I think it just has to be, you see how now my water, I've only got one empty block. My food, I'm not quite too empty. So I think it's after, well, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As long as you have more than 5, as long as you're in those last 2 blocks there, I think you're considered healthy. But once that little sliver of food goes by and I'm down to just 5 bars, I think it will stop the healthy and stop healing. But as long as you're healthy, as long as you're into that 6th and 7th bar of food and water, you'll be healthy and you'll heal. This also gives you the time of day. It's 1 o'clock, so we have plenty of daylight left. But again, I'm not exactly. Oh, I need to get some more water going. Not exactly good enough to want to deal. Now I can get a shark without getting damaged. It's just, you know, risky. I mean, there's no guarantee you won't get grabbed. There's a few different kinds of sharks. The most common around the island that you're going to find are the tiger shark, which is the largest of the 3. It's not as big as a great white, but kind of looks like a great white. It's a big shark. So the tiger shark, then a reef shark. The reef sharks are, I really do not like hunting them. I do not like messing with them because they are fast and they are smaller and hard to hit. So I really do not like messing with reef sharks. The other one is a hammerhead. Hammerheads are pretty fast as well, but they are bigger, so they're not quite as hard to hit with spears. But again, really don't like messing with those either in the water. Now once you get a spear gun, a whole other story. Excuse me. Alright, now that these are replenishing, I can stop using my fronds for water. Because now at this point, I'll have plenty of these leaves. Before my fire burns out here, refill it. Oh shit. Getting burned. Getting burned here. So again, this game is just constant fight for survival. You've got the sun to worry about, you've got poison to worry about or watch out for. You got food, water to deal with. Damn it, come on. You're playing hard to get, you little bastard. And these high grass or, you know, bushes, whatever you want to call them in the water, those are risky to be around because you can't really see if there is anything poisonous in it. So again, be careful around that type of terrain in the water. Now, when it's raining, you still will collect water in the top from the rain. So the rain is good for water. We just have to wait for it to collect. And I need to get some leaves on this. So you don't want to fill it up, you know, while it's raining. You know, save your leaves, save your fronds. I mean, I put a couple on there to get it going. And again, there's not really going to be I mean, I need to drink those two that I just put in there. I need to drink anyway when they're done. So it's not going to fill up before I wind up drinking some of it anyway. But again, don't fill up your bottom here with leaves while it's raining, because you want to make sure and take advantage to collect all of that rainwater that you can and save your leaves. All right, now I still need to figure out what to build, what to make here. Well, I think I'm gonna have to make a hammer. I only have 4 stones remaining. And the hammer takes 2. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribe, and I'll pick up the next one as far as progressing this harvesting further and hunting a shark. Again, like and subscribe. See you next time. And stay alive.